Free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty I'm free at last. But are black people really free when we're still living with slavery? You see, the shackles may not be on us physically, but it's cuffing us mentally, and we unconsciously become numb to our own captivity. And it may not seem that way because we're given the month of February, but see, 28 days, give or take a leap year, ain't enough for me to acknowledge my black history, so I recognize it every day of the week. Yet, whenever I go back to my community, I'm reminded that not only are black people far from free, but that those that came before us wouldn't be happy to see the things that I see. I see the drug dealer on the corner next to the attic begging for a quarter, and at any moment a drive-by shooting can cause a person's life to be cut shorter because apparently gang violence is now our new world order. But why are we killing each other? Why kill off your fellow brother and sister when we can stand together and fight for one another? I see the self-conscious woman looking at herself through the lens of others, and a fatherless daughter disrespecting her own mother. But who cares about how other people perceive you to be when you should know your own worth? And why rebel against the person that gave you birth? And all they say black women know how to do is twerk. But many of us work hard to break that invisible glass ceiling that has tried to keep us stagnant. You see, we possess an infinite potential. I'm not just bragging. I see men, or should I say boys, because that's how they act, rolling together in large packs. They not in school, so they acting a fool, rolling dice, smoking trees, hollering at the girls that's passed through. And what's interesting is they have their Gucci belt, True Religion outfit, and camp out all night for them Jordans on, but don't know what a pay stub is and or never seen a W-2 form. But then I see the real men, the ones who work hard and provide for their kin. But they're struggling because gentrification is causing an increase in rent, not only for them, but the single moms on the brink of eviction. I see liquor stores and fast food restaurants on every other block, so it doesn't come as a shock that domestic violence has increased and our people are obese. We ignore the risk of health problems such as kidney failure and heart disease while posting hashtag eating good under a picture of a burger with cheese. But I see that we are just consumers to the business owners who might as well just own us because they take our money and we are blindly digesting our lives away. And the commodity of clothes makes us go out our way to spend money on items that lose value every day. I see public schools lacking resources and many of the teachers don't care, thus making it unfair to the students. And while they fail to learn, teachers continue to earn a wage. You see, this failing education system has got me enraged because without a proper education, it can be difficult to walk across the stage of success, so we stay caged in a nest. I see the innocence of children being stolen, forcing them to grow up quick, thus infringing on their cognitive development. So is this where the cycle of black incompetence begins? No, because we are far from stupid. Yet, if only we knew what we were capable of, we'll be able to rise above the hardships and the pain that we have gained. Yet, we don't fight for change. We sit comfortably in our lanes because our washed brains tell us that we have nothing to stand for. But we are way more than video vixens and ball players. You see, we came from kings and queens, so we are far more greater than what they tell us we are. Far more realistic than how they portray us to be. Far more thoughtful than a mind that thinks. Far more visual than the eyes that blink. Far more deeper than the anchor that sinks. Far more expressive than the pen that inks. Far more vocal than the caged bird that sings. Because Martin Luther King had a dream and Malcolm X did what was necessary. And not only were they great, but they were legendary. You see, we need more people in my generations to speak radically on the issues in our community. Because if one of us isn't free, then we all aren't free. So I'm going to shake the shackles off of me and hope that everyone, regardless of your culture, color, or creed, follow the words of Bob Marley and emancipate yourself from mental slavery. Thank you.